All right, in this video, I'll show you how to use the Ultra Key plugin to remove green screen from videos. So before we start, what you want to do is have your sequence kind of set up like this. I have my green screen video of Mr. Bauer, and I have that on video track 2 right here. And below it, on video track 1, I have a video that I'm going to use for the background. So whatever's going to be the background has to be below the video track you're green screening. On audio track 2, I have Mr. Bauer's audio, but I've muted that, so we just don't have to worry about that right now. So I'm going to turn on Mr. Bauer's video, and I'm going to show you how to use Ultra Key to get rid of this green screen stuff. So Ultra Key is the effect we're going to use, so I'm going to click on Effects, and I'm going to search for Ultra Key by just searching for Ultra. And here's the effect we're going to use, and we're going to drag it down to Mr. Bauer's video track right here. And so when that shows up, you're going to have to come over here, and if you don't have the effect controls window showed up, you'll have to click on it. And so I have effect controls clicked here. I'm going to click on Mr. Bauer's video here so I can kind of see what's happening. So here's the Ultra Key effect, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Key Color. So we need to find the green that we're going to actually remove from this video. So we're going to click on the eyedropper, and what we're going to do is pick a green that's kind of close to his face, but also kind of a middle of the road green. So like down here, this is a pretty dark green, and over here, this is a pretty bright green. So what I'm going to do is select a green over here. However, a trick is to hold down Control on your keyboard, and you can see that the eyedropper gets fat. That means it's going to pick a bigger sample, so that's actually a better way to do that. So we're going to pick a sample of green right here. And like right here, it kind of looks okay. You can kind of see like, I don't know, like this white dust or this pixelization here. That's kind of where we have to work on this yet. So we're going to refine our green screen or our key a little bit by going to Output over in the Effects controls and choosing Alpha Channel. And so here's what we want to do. Our ultimate goal is to get Mr. Bauer as a white silhouette and the background pure black. So we're going to twirl down matte generation here. And the first thing we should adjust is this transparency, like this. And we want to get it right to the point where Mr. Bauer is a silhouette and nothing else. And you can kind of see that that also kind of affects the background a little bit. So we have our transparency set. Now what I'm going to do is change the pedestal right here. And the pedestal is where we want to make the background all black. So we're going to drag this down until that white dust or that pixelization goes away. We get pure black. Now I'm as far as I can go on the pedestal here, and I still have some like pixelization and white dust here. And if you go to the composite, you can't really see it like that, but really what that is it's kind of a reflection on our green screen. We had a little bit of a wrinkle right there. And so that's actually a problem with shooting. But what we can do is we can come back to that, and I'm going to go back to my alpha channel. There are some adjustments we can use to kind of fix that. So we're going to use the shadow now, and we're going to drag that down until that basically disappears. Now we have to be a little bit careful because now we're losing a little bit of detail right here. So we could try and drag our transparency up like that, but it doesn't work. So it's a very fine line here between getting our perfect silhouette and a perfect green screen. So right here, this we can work on in a little bit. So now I'm going to go back to composite so I can actually see what's going up. And this actually looks pretty nice. Now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so that you can kind of see. But like right here, now we should work on maybe the edges of Mr. Bauer. And so now we're going to go down to matte cleanup right here, and choke is kind of like reducing or, kind of reducing the size of the green screen around Mr. Bauer. You can see that if I drag this way in, he loses parts of his ears. So we want this to just come in just a little bit, just a tiny amount. And what I'm really looking at is like right here on his beard right here. Okay, so that's a lot actually. I'm going to kind of come in. And then softens the edges. And if we go in too far, now his ears are fading out. So we just want that to be just a tiny bit right there. And so now we kind of have a pretty good green screen. So if I zoom out right here, and I go to fit, and we press play, we should have some pretty good green screen video.